Hey YouTube, so I'm doing something different right now, filming a voiceover for my Getting Ready With Me video. Hopefully this works. If you guys like it, let me know. So right now I'm applying my Philosophy the Present primer, and I use way too much primer, so you're going to see me blot some of it off in a second. With this product, you really don't need that much, and you really need to let it dry. So right now I'm going to do my brows while I'm letting the primer dry, and I'm using the Ardell brow powder, and I believe that brush is from Eco Tools. If you guys want to see a review on the primer, let me know in the comments down below. So yes, I'm just going to fill in my brows, which are looking very sparse right now because the threading lady jacked me up, but it's all good. It's all good. We got some brow powder, and at night I put my castor oil on it, so I should be back in full force. So I'm just blending that out. And now I'm going to start on my eyeshadows. Using Inglot shadows, I'm going to prime my eyes with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I'll try and list all the products down below. If they're not down there as soon as the video is up, then they'll be up there by the next morning or a few hours after. I'm using shadows from Inglot. I honestly have no idea what the names of these shadows are. I didn't write them down before I put them in the palette, and the palette was actually a gift. But any matte brown shadow will be good. I'm using it as a transition color, and I'm just blending it out with some random Sigma brush, I think. I'm using a darker color to define my outer corner and crease. And don't mind Benji running around in the background. He's just being Benji. And the mess back there, I'm like packing to go back up to school, so there's stuff everywhere. And I'm dancing to music. Now I'm taking the brush that came with the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm just using the shader brush side, going into a taupe eyeshadow with a lot of shimmer or a lot of sheen. It's like a satin finish, and putting that all over the eyelid. I'm going to flip this brush over and blend out with the clean blending brush. Next, I'm going to grab my Stila In the Moment palette, and I'm using that corner color called Desire with a smudger type brush thing from Dillium Tools. And I'm using that to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. And mine is an older version of the palette. The new ones actually have mirrors in them. This is the Milani liquid eyeliner, and I'm just lining my eyes. I actually really enjoy using this liner. I accidentally bought the wrong liquid liner at first and I hated it. Then I went and got this one and I absolutely fell in love with it. And there's Benji in the background being cute. I'm listening to Jay-Z's Magna Carta Holy Grail if you guys want to know what I'm jamming to. Now I'm grabbing my Victoria's Secret Radiant FX Face Illuminator, and I'm mixing that with the Garnier BB Cream. Right now I'm using the one for combination to oily skin, and it's in shade Deep. I don't necessarily have oily skin. I actually have pretty dry skin. Oily in some place. I guess I have combination skin. I really don't know anymore. But I needed something to match my tan because none of my other products matched at the moment. And they only had combination to oily, so that's the one that I bought. But I'm actually liking it. As always, if you guys want to see a review on it, just let me know in the comments down below. And I'm using a Sonia Kashuk brush to blend it all in, and I take a good amount of time blending it in. Now this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Cafe, I believe. It's the second to darkest shade or something like that. And I'm actually not using it to highlight. I want it to conceal so it's the same color as my skin tone. I didn't really want to do too dramatic of a face. I wanted it to look really clean and simple. I'm setting my base makeup with, I couldn't think about what I wanted to say, with Bobbi Brown Loose Powder, and that one is in Golden Orange. It's actually not the color that matches my skin, but I find that this powder works the best for me, especially when I'm using products that don't necessarily have the right undertone. And I'm just buffing everything in once more with a big giant Sephora brush. I think it's like number 60 or something. I'm priming my eyelashes for mascara that I don't put on camera. I actually forgot to put my mascara on and just ended the video. And then when I was done, I was like, crap, I didn't put mascara on. But I'm using the Lancome mascara primer. It's just a sample that I got from Sephora. And now I'm contouring with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and a angled brush from Dillium Tools, their Eco line. And it's just a light contour. Buffing everything out again with that big Sephora brush. That's a blush brush from Sonia Kashuk and NARS Torrid Blush. And now I'm taking the Lorac Tantalized Baked bronzing thing. I got this as a sample like so long ago. And I just use this to highlight. So I'm highlighting down the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, the top of my cheekbones, Cupid's bow, and chin. And I'm using this tiny brush because I find that it just places just enough highlight on so it's not too much. And then I'll go in and blend it out with the same brush that I used to apply my powder, which is just a powder brush by Dillium Tools. And that is a Buxom lipstick. And I honestly can't, I think the color is Rogue or something like that. I can't remember, but again, I'll list the products down below in the description bar. And I was too lazy to go find my lip liner, so I just applied it straight from the tube. And I'm just going to clean it up with an old t-shirt. And I find an old t-shirt works best because it allows you to use it without smoking. Thought it was so cute. Bye.